me say something.
Oh, look
What you
who's
don't
there.
understand is it's been a long time. It's been
What
a
you
long
don't
time.
understand, what you don't understand is you're still Mark Blanchard.
And just Steve Weisgal right there in
Listen,
flesh.
this has been, we've been on hiatus, and I
Yes.
know that I've been receiving thousands of emails an hour as to why we aren't on the air. I know you have too.
My entire internet system went down. Done. Kaput. I had to have the whole thing rebooted just to handle the requests. Of where is what you don't understand. So we're back, and we're back with an even bigger amount.
Oh, and
50 billion CFUs. The doctor formulated 50 billion. 50. You know why? Because I'm 50 times as frustrated.
That's
I don't even want to see it. Turn that upside down. Upside down.
I won't put it on my head.
Do not put that on your head.
But you know, this is why
I'm wearing a Jet paraphernalia because I don't wear that hat.
This is why you needed those extra 10 billion on top of the 40 CFUs.
I went upscale because my stomach was downscale because they are putrid. Dude. Putrid is the only word I can even think of. Putrid. They lose to the lowly Dodgers last night, 6-0. They don't even scrap out a run. Even their home run was called back.
Verlander, I don't know what it is. Is he cooked? Maybe.
Well, it doesn't look like he's cooked because he's still getting the ball up there in the high 90s when he needs it, and he's still throwing this curve. It looks like he's out of it.
Getting hit.
He looks like a carrot.
It is. They're hitting it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what their bats look like to me. A little orange carrot. It's embarrassing, dude. I don't see it. If they don't come back and win these next 2 games and handily win them without any struggle, I don't see this team even being a 500 team.
You might be right. I mean, if you're coming out of the break and you always want to come out of the break with the win.
And you throw up an egg like that at home?
Oh, man. That's
with your ace on the mound, supposedly?
It's awful. Now, granted, David Peterson is who he is.
So, okay.
So, I mean.
And he's pitching just as good as Verlander.
And Verlander, unfortunately, isn't who he is.
He's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner. He's a proven playoff. He was the Cy Young winner last year.
So what? That was last year. You know what he's doing this year?
We had 101 wins last year. We're on pace for like 80 wins.
He's pitching every 3 or 4 starts. He pitches great, and then the other suck. So you have 3 starts that suck, 1 start that's good. Dude, and even the 1 start that he pitches good, we may not even hit.
He got booed. He got booed in his own stadium. They came back. You know why? Because that's what they were all feeling.
No, that's what you were feeling.
No,
that's what. Listen,
the whole audience. The whole audience. Why I say audience? Because I'm in the play mode now since I'm directing the Katusha, which is another story. By the way, 4 straight the Katusha good rehearsals, no fights. For yous out there, guys, you'll catch it on the Venus and Fur. Just look it up for Blanchard, Venus and Fur. You'll see there's a show coming, and you'll get to see more of me.
More of you. But I'll tell you, the extra 10
billion. Well, let me tell you why. 50 billion. 50 billion.
This is why.
Billion. 40 billion. Not enough for that. Disgusting.
You know what's really gross is not only are they playing way below our expectations and what they're capable of, and guys just not, but the trade deadline is coming. Obviously, they are not players in any of this, but there are teams that you and I can't stand, and they're going to get better at this trade deadline.
Yeah, but I don't think we are.
We're not.
Unless between now and July 29th, we roll off 10 wins.
Dude, 10. Think about this.
We have to roll off 10, a minimum of 10 wins.
Dude, what did we go in July? 7-21. In July.
In June, you mean?
June, excuse me, 7 and
right.
21.
So we're now in July. We're 6. No, in July we're 6-4 because we've lost.
We needed to go
right.
21 and 7.
And we're not
That's
going,
what we needed to do.
Unless we win 10 of 12. 10 of 12, and we can do it. 13. Wait, how many games are left in September? July. Maybe it's the 15th today.
Yes.
So maybe 12 games are left. There's only like 2 or 3 days we're not playing. Maybe 13 games. We have to win 11 of them. We have to win 11 of them because we got to get above 500, and we're now 7 games back. We climbed to within 4. 3 after being 10 back. We climbed.
Well, this is the wild card you're talking.
I told you the same shit. I said the same shit that happened last time. We went out. We beat up on the Dodgers. We beat up on Arizona or whoever it was. I think it was.
No, San Diego took 2 out of 3.
Yeah, no, not San Diego. I'm talking about earlier. We beat
Arizona.
up on the Dodgers. We beat up on Colorado. We beat up on Arizona. We come out to last time.
This time. I don't
early this summer. I'm saying we did the same
thing.
Now. Listen up.
Now.
Then we lost the last 2 to the Giants, and I said this does not look good. And you said no, we had a great, and Duca said the same thing. We had a great 10-2 road trip, blah blah blah. I said yeah, but we lost the last 2 ugly, and then we went on that terrible 7-21 stretch.
June.
Well, we climbed out of it. We climbed out of it in early July. And then we come to the Dodger Stadium, and I said, if we don't win 2 out of 3 here, the same thing could happen. What do? We win the first one. Everything looks good. Then we get clobbered on the next 2. And we're going to get clobbered on the next 2 again. And then now we come out of the break. We come out of the break. What do? What do we come out of the break with? We get beat up 6-0 at home.
I honestly, and I hate throwing the towel in at this stage in life, but this team has shown me nothing.
They don't show me this. They don't show me this. They don't show me this fire. I don't see. And listen, I'm not going to blame Nimmo. I'm not even going to blame Lindor because of everything else he does besides hitting, and he still do it. I'm not going to blame. McNeil's struggling. He's a part of it. Tana's figured it out. Marte's a shell of what he was, but he's still better than most on the team. These guys are trying hard. I'm certainly not going to break the baby Mets, but Alonso has been terrible.
Let me tell you,
Alonso's hitting home runs, in spurts, and then he's going on 10 game without a hit thing.
The problem
because his head is still in that. Now he's hurting because he didn't win the third thing. All he cares about is the home run thing.
Well, that home run derby affected him the last 2 weeks before the break without a shadow of a doubt. But the problem with Alonso is that we forget he went through and does go through streaks like this. He went through one last year. The difference was everybody else was on it. So they could survive him. This year, dude,
they follow him down.
The only guy who's been on it the whole year with a tiny slump and back up is Brandon Nimmo.
That's it.
Marte's playing the worst baseball he's played in years. McNeil is back to playing crap baseball. Lindor has nice, padded, useless stats. Okay? Beatty's up and down. Alvarez is up and down. They're baby Mets. I'll give them a break.
Alvarez and Beatty.
Hanna has been garbage up until the last 2 weeks, but prior to that, he was garbage.
I know.
It's just been, and the pitching has been completely unreliable.
I'm throwing it in. It's in. The towel is in. I'm done. Throw them out.
All right.
I want to go to it. I want to go to something that excites me.
Before you go to that, one more time, tell me about what the Garden of Life you got there.
You got it. So what you need now, boys and girls,
Garden of Life.
Daily men's, if you're a man. Once daily women's, if you're a woman. Because, and you only have 2 choices here, men or women, because that's what they make it here.
Correct.
Let me tell you why. Because there's a different gut system that runs in a man and in a woman, different acids the similar acids, but different levels of them, different levels of different hormones, and they're prescribed and formulated by Dr. Formula of probiotics. Okay, Dr. Formulated, you can see it right there. Okay, I take 50 billion now because that's what that team that I threw in caused in my stomach. It's over. I'm better. And because I'm better, and because this pushed me into that new level of energy and excitement and calm stomach, I can tell you about something that Jet Steve will flash on the screen now. It is the New York. The football Jets Woody hat. Look at that.
Well, Woody's got the NY.
Oh, he does. He's got the NY. Well, there it is. It's a home representation with pure white and green. This is beautiful. That is something, dude. I wouldn't take that off.
That's
special.
It's feeling magical.
Oh, it's special. And let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, you go back a few months, and all the buzz was when Aaron, does he want to play? When is that guy coming? Does he have anything left? Blah, 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 blah. And everybody, and it was the news every day. And it was getting boring for me, and I wanted him. And it was very upset to you because you weren't sure you wanted him. You weren't sure if he's going to play.
Sure, I didn't want him.
Okay. Well, he's here.
We know that.
And we had the OTAs. And we had the mandatory training, a little bit of it. Then we had a break. He stayed in the gym. They showed pictures of him. His arms look like that.
He has listen.
Probiotic.
He has done everything here that he last 4 to 6 years he wasn't doing in Green Bay.
Right.
He's doing it now. Now, do I care?
And by the way, he loves New York.
Yeah, but that's right. But do I care that he's I don't care why he's doing it. I don't care why he's doing it. People saying, "Oh, he's only doing it to stick it to Green Bay." You know what? I don't care. Good.
Very good.
As long as he's doing it.
Look what Teddy Mann did when he went to over to Denver. He stuck it to Indianapolis.
That's what he wanted to do. Listen, whatever motivates him. Whatever motivates.
This is a motivation.
Now,
Montana was 40. He went over to Kansas City, brought him to the championship game. They hadn't been there forever. Turned that franchise around, you could say. Okay,
well, sort of. But the motivation by this guy, and he's embracing New York. He's doing all the little things that last year he was like crucified, and rightly so, in Green Bay, because he had young receivers and he didn't come to camp and they didn't know him.
And he's going to musical
quarterbacks,
theater, not dark holes. He's in musical theater. He's up. He's feeling good. He doesn't go to dark holes now. He doesn't need a dark hole.
Well, I don't want to know.
Yeah, we'll see.
But more importantly, the New York Jets
did something
do? Tell me what we haven't done.
Tell me what we did for one of his side.
We haven't done this. I want to say it's been at least 5 years, if not 6. We re-signed our #1 draft pick for the first time. We re-signed Quinnen Williams to a massive, well-earned contract. He is now the second highest paid defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman behind Aaron Donald. He will be with the New York Football Jets for another 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. And
I'm very excited to have him back. Very, very excited.
I'm more excited. I'll tell you why I'm more excited. I'm excited because that locker room now has nothing to whine about whatsoever. We went out and got him the quarterback. They were complaining, hey, we're a player, we're away. We can't play behind these guys. Blah, blah. You saw it. I mean, they're wearing Mike White shirts.
I don't think the locker room was complaining.
Well, they were upset. Any team.
They were upset because fucking Zach Wilson
wearing a Mike White t-shirt in the middle of the season was a little upset with their quarterback. Okay?
Point being is this.
You think Mike White ever gets a team running out with his jersey on again in his career?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because last year
Mike White thinking he was the guy.
Was the guy that the team rallied behind. They made T-shirts for him. The kid from BYU, they never rallied behind. They never made T-shirts for him.
No.
That's last year. We got Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, he looks good.
More importantly,
he looks good.
we are solidifying what other teams do. So by signing Quinn Williams outside of Sauce Gardner last year, Quinn Williams has been the best New York Jet player for the past 5 years. Outside of Sauce last year, best player.
Look at that.
Our guy, young guy, good dude, sends a message to the team that says, hey, look, you bust your ass, you play hard, you get better every year, we're going to reward you. That is a great locker room feeling to have.
Oh, it's almost as good as how the stomach feels, the energy, the digestion feels when you have 50 billion CFUs in you from doctor-formulated Garden of Life.
If the New York Mets made me feel, the way Quinn Williams signing made me feel, you probably wouldn't have to take those.
Please, let me tell you something about him too. You don't go signing his brother, Quincy Williams, to a pretty handsome contract for what he is. Okay, pretty handsome contract though for what he is, and I like him. Good, he runs around like a rabbit back there. But that was a sign to me that the Jets were going to do the right thing, and if they didn't do the right thing, it was going to be absolutely devastating that they didn't do it. But they did it. They did it.
Didn't sign
let me tell you something. We start the season with what appears to be a very healthy and trim Mekhi Becton, who seems to be on a mission for the first time. I've never heard him sound like this. Now, it may be all words, but I've never seen him this excited. I've never seen him this humble. I've never seen
humble.
He's humble, baby.
He's not humble.
No, he took responsibility for all the nonsense that went on before. He said it was my fault. I didn't come to camp the way that I should. I didn't have the right trainers around me and all. I didn't care. I did it now. I'm here. I'm trim. I'm eating Impossible Burgers. You know, I'm good. And I have it by very good authority. He's taken his Garden of Life.
Garden of Life. Let me tell you something. I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad he lost the weight. I'm glad he's in shape. That's wonderful. But what I want to see is him playing on the field as at least to the level that he played his rookie season. That's it.
That's all. For the 7 games he played, whatever.
But if they want him to play right tackle, you know what? Shut your pie hole and go play right tackle.
Well, I heard him say that he would play whatever he was asked to play, and he would do it at a high level. I heard him say that with my own ears.
Yeah. Well, that's after months of him going on his Twitter, I am left tackle.
Yeah, but no one's doing that now. Ever since Aaron got there, no one's doing that.
This happened after Aaron. That's why I don't buy this guy. I want to see it on the field.
It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
I want to see it on the field.
It's coming.
Because
dude, we're a week away. We're a week away from training camp to full blown.
He needs to prove it on the field because Aaron Rodgers, believe this or not, this is a crazy stat. Aaron Rodgers is not good when he's rushed. It's an unbelievable stat. It's right. So he, meaning Becton.
Well, that's not true. He's not.
No, it is 100% true.
No, he's not Brady bad. He's not Brady bad when he's rushed.
Dude,
no, he can escape.
He's bad. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, but it's rushed within 2-point-something seconds. It's like a bull run.
Yeah, he's not good.
We got to stop.
So my point is,
and I'm going to tell you that most quarterbacks aren't. Maybe
minus, but a guy like that,
Mahomes.
A guy like that, it was shocking to me because of who he is. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Is he was way down the list, and bozos who can't even hold his talent in their fingers were above him. My point is, more importantly, that this means Mekhi Becton has to show up, play, and that's it.
Okay, well, AVT is back, and a bicep injury on your non-throwing hand, well, he doesn't throw, but it's on his weak side arm, is no problem. He's better. He'll have a big thing on his arm. He'll be the same beast he was every play.
I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him.
The old guy that's playing tackle, if he stays at left, not worried about him. Not worried.
I'm worried about our tackles.
What?
I'm worried about our tackles because Dwayne Brown, as you just said, is old.
Yes, but he's not
he
that
gutted
old.
it out last year, which is admirable, but he's an older dude.
Yeah,
and
but he's in good
Becton
shape, and he's.
and Becton can't
What
stay
about
on
the
the
young?
damn
What about the
field.
young talent we signed?
So
We signed
now
some good young talent.
The old dude and the young dude have to do it. They're the bookends.
Well, who do you think our center?
Without them
Let me
doing
ask you
their
a question. Who do
job,
you think our
we
center?
got a problem.
Who's our center? Who's our center?
McGovern's still centering.
You think over the guy, over the kid that we drafted?
Yep.
You think he'll play a different position, the kid, or he'll be the backup?
No,
center?
the kid's not ready to start at center. And I'm not saying he may not play this year at center. He may, depending on if McGovern stinks or if he gets hurt. But McGovern played well at center. He's our starting center.
I like McGovern.
AVT's back at guard. Lincoln Tomlinson, who had a horrific year, kind of like Starling Marte-esque year last year. He's back at guard. This is once again the core of what will be the success.
Okay, so what I will say to you, if you remember, when this line, without Mekhi Becton, without a good LaDainian Tomlinson, or whatever you just called his name.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Not LaDainian Tomlinson?
It's like Lakeland Tomlinson.
Lakeland Tomlinson. Yeah, that's a different Tomlinson.
Yes.
Okay. So that guy, when White came in and quarterbacked, they played better. Just because White was back there. They played a lot better.
Yes.
Okay.
Think
of how well they'll play when, remember, I know your stat about if he's rushed, but he only needs 2.25 seconds. That's all he needs back there. That's
great. They need to give it to him.
Get him that.
I'm not concerned.
2.5 seconds. Get him 2.5 seconds. That's 12 wins for me. 12.
Okay.
12 wins.
I hear you. If they can give him 2.5 seconds all year long.
Good night, AFC East.
It's possible.
Good night, AFC East. And let me tell you something else. Okay?
Yeah.
We're playing Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we're opening.
First game, Monday Night Football.
First game.
And guess who's going to be victorious?
New York Football Jets.
That's a good guess.
And by the way, the way I see this game going will be perfect for me.
Let me hear.
Okay. Buffalo jumps out in front. Jets come back. Buffalo goes up halftime, up by 3. Come out. Jets score. Buffalo scores. Buffalo gets the ball back, looking to ice the game, turns the ball over, and with 1 minute and 12 seconds left, that's sauce. Aaron Rodgers marches the team downfield. They think they're going to go for a field goal to go up by 1 and maybe give Buffalo 11, 12 seconds. But instead, he hits Garrett Wilson. Jets win.
JTS. Oh, there's an E in there. JETS. Jets. Whoa! Too much sauce, baby.
I say that.
I think they're going to put Wilson in. Sauce. Garrett. What's his name?
Garrett Wilson.
Not
whatever his name is.
Sauce Gardner.
No.
Sauce Gardner plays on defense.
Sauce Gardner plays defense.
And guess what he's doing? He's
intercepting Josh Allen.
And catching a touchdown pass from in the same game.
No, you mean intercepting for a pick 6?
Nope.
He's going to go on the offensive side of the ball and catch a ball.
Yep.
All right. You got to ease up on the CFUs.
That's what comes from calm stomach. The thought process is even stronger.
Actually, I think you must have taken something else.
Could be.
No.
Yeah, it could be. So do we have anything else to talk about?
No. I think we should, once again, I want to bask in the glory of this new hat. But let's talk about a pearl of wisdom before we go.
This is what I was thinking you might say. I had a feeling that you were going to throw out a pearl of wisdom at me, thinking that, well, it's been a month and everything. Does he have one? Has he thought one up?
I'm expecting. I know you probably have a handful. I just want to hear one.
Okay, let me give you a pearl. Sometimes in life, you come up against a roadblock. Okay, the roadblock could be in the form of a person you're working with, maybe even on stage. Yeah, maybe in the doctor's office. Who knows? But you come up against that roadblock, and what you do is you start to push back at that roadblock because you know that you're right. You know that your instincts, everything you're saying is on the up and up, and this other one is confused. Girl, boy, indifferent, whatever. What do you do then? Do you keep pounding and pound it down? Well, probably that's not a good idea, because if that's a good roadblock, that pounding is going to eventually start to dent you and bring you down. So what do? You go back, you get your internal organs right. You do a little yoga, you take a little 50 billion doctor, that's right, formulated, you get your Zen. And then you find out, and thank you, like Buddha would, you find out what it is that roadblock is blocked with. Because it's not you, because they're already blocked. So what is it? You look around, you look under, you look in. And you find the way that the rivers do. Okay, rivers never flow in the opposite direction. Rivers always flow in one direction. No matter what stymies them up, what they do is they find a way around and a little seeping opening, and then they start to go through that opening. And then the opening starts to feel bigger, and then more flow comes through. And then the block itself starts to see, oh, it's so much fun. It's so much more in tune with who I am to open up. And then all of a sudden, like a puzzle piece, you're in there, and happiness. So the next time you run up against that blockade, it's not about pounding through. Every object on this planet is made of 97% space, empty space. Find the space, and you'll find your journey. I've begun to find the space in my roadblock, and 5 straight rehearsals, and we won't name them. We won't call anyone out. Opening up, and happiness comes. Well, on the other side of that, on the other side of the block, everything you're looking for is there. But how do you get there? Smash through that. Nope. That's it. There's a crevice. There's a pinch of hope somewhere. Get it. Find your way in. Open it up. Okay? So
I like it.
How was that?
That's good. I mean, essentially what we're saying is, you don't want to do this, but because you have to look at it and you say, okay, look, that's solid. But right there, like you said, there's a little opening. So you go there, but you don't go at it at 100 miles an hour.
No, because you'll still hit a lot of resistance.
Ease in there, and you're letting them get comfortable with what you're trying to tell them, so they relax. And then all of a sudden, the block starts to crumble. And they're not blocking. Now they're with you.
Now they're
against you.
Now they're building. They're not blocking.
It's together.
Like the New York football Jets do. They ran into a roadblock, and it was in the name of the quarterback. It was in the name of they weren't going to sign their big contract. No, what did they do? They found the way. They found
the way. They got their quarterback.
They took their CFUs.
They re-signed Quinn Williams.
Yes, they did.
They took their CFUs. They bought a bunch of CFUs from Mets fans who are going to need them.
Thank you. Matter of fact, do you know what I heard? And this is what we'll finish with. In that other piece of dog do that we were talking about earlier, there's going to be a Garden of Life Day. Everyone gets 5 samples of Garden of Life 40 billion. They don't start you out at the top, 40 billion CFUs.
40
I heard.
million is
I mean, I
good for
could be,
most
I
people.
could be mistaken, but I did hear this.
Well, listen,
Okay.
these things.
And reliable sources. As you know, on what you don't understand, we only deal in reliable sources.
Only in
Only.
reliable sources.
Okay. I don't have a name for you, but we do have reliable sources. Okay.
All right. Well, there you go. Reliable sources.
So, the other team,
I don't want to talk about it.
Towel.
I don't want to talk about the other team. All I want to talk about is
New York Football Jets. Jets.
because that's it.
Yes.
That's
Jets.
it right now. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm excited.
You're excited. I'm
excited.
excited. It begins next week. We'll see.
The
And
journey.
we didn't even mention this. The cameras will be rolling.
Oh, Hard Knocks.
Yeah. We didn't even mention. You know why we didn't mention it? Because we're big enough to get through it.
Listen.
And by the way, the last time
It's-
Hard Knocks came around to Flushing Meadows, okay, the last time they did that, we went to the championship game and should have won.
We didn't. Yeah.
2 straight years.
But great. But listen, last time it happened,
2 straight years.
half the team didn't have Twitter accounts and we're doing the look at me crapola.
Yeah.
Because, dude,
Scary.
that's 10 years ago.
And
no, wait, 13 years
13
ago.
years ago. And Big Rexy Roo.
And Rex was the focus.
He stayed in front of the camera. First of all, he can take up 2 cameras. So
well, back then he could.
He did, yeah. He was able to take up 2 cameras. So
all right, well, look.
So give it
I'm excited. It's good to be back. I got the new hat. I'm very excited. You got the new Garden of Life dosage down there. There it is.
Right here.
And so maybe we won't have such a big hiatus between.
We're going to be great
next time.
Until next time, this has been Jet Steve Weisgau.
Mark Blanchard over there.
Jets.
Adios.
Sayonara.